In this episode, we're going to take the car, the GLA45 off-wrecked Melcher and Gross-Ass back to Press Paint Shop to restore it to its full glory. I've already driven about 250 kilometers with this car in different colors, so Press Paint Shop is definitely the right place. We've just arrived. Max, come over here. Thank you, man, for wanting to be a partner in our GLA45 project again. Let's go over the damage together and see what needs to be fixed. Are the spots surprising you?
No.
Or have you seen crazier things?
Yeah.
A small place? What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's a bit pushed in. We'll pull that out. You can also see that the gap by the bumper is a bit bigger, so it's gone in like that, which made it misaligned.
It's not broken, so that helps.
No, we'll pull it from here and then it'll be fine again.
Last week we noticed some spots on the door. Not surprising when you see it like this.
Yeah, same story, just pull it out to some spotter work.
The side panel we put on is just a slightly different shade of black, so it needs to be painted. We still have a bumper that needs to be done. And we haven't decided yet whether we'll keep the grille, because in the comments we got completely roasted for this not being an Aufrecht, Melcher, and Grossasbach. We still need to do the side panel, so overall it's not too bad, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Seeing the doors open, I can tell you've grown, son.
Yeah, that's right.
Because there are two doors.
That's right.
So you've actually doubled your space?
Doubled. The spray booth has doubled.
Let's go inside, let's go over everything you've done, because it's super nice, man.
Previously we had an old spray booth, so I replaced it with two new ones. Now we can handle more production.
I see you handle both real damage repairs and classic cars. So you take on any job that comes in, right?
Yeah, that's right.
If customers want to contact you, what's the best way for them to do that?
They can send a WhatsApp message or an email to info@spoiteraipress.nl.
I'm glad to be back, and we're going to fix the GLA again, so let's drive it inside. Let's go. With the car inside, what should we do first?
First, remove the bumper, then the fenders and headlights.
We'll take care of it. We can do that. So you're letting me take apart the diffuser? If you have a GLA45 off-wrecked Melcher and Gross-Asbach and you're missing your diffuser, this is the reason why.
It's pretty loose.
I left that loose on purpose because, yeah, it was completely wrapped, right? And then I thought we could easily take it apart again for the paint shop later. We secured everything with a few screws and saw quick results. That side panel comes off in no time. Max has almost got the rear bumper off, so it's going really fast. I think it'll be out on the street in an hour, man. Freshly painted. We've only been in here 5 minutes and the car's already transformed again so the wheel can go back on. Front bumper has been stripped and Max noticed several spots needing more attention than expected.
Here a small dent needs to be filled in, or maybe a bit of plastic melted in, and besides that, yeah, a lot of scratches, so it's just a matter of sanding them out and priming. It's not very smooth here either. I think it was filled before.
And we just buy a bumper online without seeing it, and then you just assume that first of all the bumper will be delivered complete. It wasn't, and secondly, it already needs repairs, because Max has already noticed that. I did contact Max to ask if I could buy a red bumper and have it painted in the right black color.
That's possible, but the reverse is more problematic.
Now comes the fun part, sanding or whatever. What's next, Max?
First, we need to remove the dents by pulling them out. We'll use the fender as a reference to ensure the line is correct. And maybe a bit of spot welding too, because from here it gets a bit tougher. Then you'll be left with this little dent that needs to be spot welded. Here it has a kink, actually sticking out too far. Yeah, that back corner isn't as bad as expected, because from here you can see it was actually hit here. And because of that, this piece of metal has gone down and it started to bend here. This one is also pushed inward, so if you keep it under tension, you can tap it back. You just have a small dent left to spot weld.
Guys, were you listening or not? Because next time you have to do it yourselves, okay? I said sanding, but no, we're going to fix the dents first. I say let's go. Looking at it this way, that line runs great. There's just a small dent left, but otherwise it's sublime. It's nice to see you standing with your hands behind your back now. Before, you did everything yourself, but with upgrades over the years, you have staff who handle it for you. I'm proud of you, Max, really. Link in the description if you want any spray work done. Spoiler Eye Press is the place to be. You know it. Now that all the dents have actually been removed everywhere, it's finally time to roll up my sleeves myself. Max is finally doing something too. His hands have been itching, so we're just sanding the side of the car. A few things need to be disassembled, like a gas cap, door handles have to come off, trim pieces need to come off again, the mirror has to come off. Guys, I'm going to put you on a tripod and we're just going to get started. Let's go. How do you know how much filler you need to apply, in terms of thickness?
Yeah, just what your gut tells you. And if you see like now that it's completely yellow and you don't see any pieces of metal showing through and it's just smooth, then it should be good for a first layer.
You end up sanding everything off anyway.
It's too high here, I know that, but I still put a layer of filler over it first. We'll start sanding soon and you'll see it here right away.
It forms a small island or whatever you call it where the metal shows.
You see the metal right away, so there's no need to keep sanding since you can't remove metal by sanding. But then around it you've built some kind of strength, something that holds it in place, and then you can very carefully tap it inward so you're actually making a very small dent, so to speak.
Yes, guys, it's a new day here, and we're going to continue with the Aufrecht, Melcher, and Grossaspach as mentioned. Max has been working. He took out another dent here, and I think we're just going to sand down the rest of the open areas. Also, all other parts to be painted need sanding. Is it better to use a machine or sand by hand?
Use the machine, then finish the edges by hand.
Okay, what grit should we use?
500, and then we do it 800 times.
Details matter. When sanding later, even a small bump can cause a scratch. I'm just trying to stay ahead by giving a bit more protection to things that don't need it. A protective strip on it, that bumper is going to go on and off at least 10 more times, so what I'm going to do now is just put a protective strip here. That way, I know for sure that when we take the bumper on and off, we won't damage it. I just want Max to be proud of me for the first time in his life, really. Why isn't it sticking? Wrong side. No, I get it now.
Yeah, or he's old.
Yeah, because that's how it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, he does belong.
No, it's going well.
Look, and here you still have all these shiny spots, of course. That all needs to become completely matte, so you can see that here too, so you can really take your time. Remove those edges as well, they're paint buildups. Don't go over filler for too long or you'll remove it. Just work lightly around it.
The part that just needs replacing is cheap, so that's what I'll focus on. I feel bad for Max too. How would you handle this? Because there's a layer of filler on here, how do you remove it? Just actually with this too, just kind of go along it like this. This is a pretty thick line.
Yeah, that's right, I made that on purpose.
To make the line so sharp here, you're not making it easy because now the filler will dry soon too.
If you start here, then at that corner.
By the way, are you a mentor?
Yes, that's right.
So anyone can intern here?
Yes, officially a training company.
Good to know. I'm in the right place.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Look, basically you always have to choose a place to start.
Yeah, so I sanded this a bit here, that way and that way.
This one blends really nicely, but here you can still see that it doesn't really blend in terms of color.
No, that's right, yeah.
You can feel it too. So then you just rub with the flatness of this.
I just learned you should sand lightly along the lines so you don't erase them.
Yeah, but this is a flat part, so this is a separate shape from the rest, so that's where I start.
Okay.
Just follow this shape and keep sanding until it blends in like now.
Yes.
Well, then you have another little thing here that goes in a sort of bowl shape, so I make a bowl shape movement as well. Then we first make a sharp angle because this one is a bit rounder, of course. That's actually the very last thing we're going to do. We make it very sharp at first so we can later finish and round it nicely.
I've just been busy sanding this completely with the machine, with Coral 500. And then with Coral 600, with water added to actually get the smoothest result. The two splash guards are done. We've also completely sanded the front bumper. Max stopped by for a moment to touch up the imperfections again with some filler. I'm sanding this now so it'll be ready for primer tomorrow. Because tomorrow the car will be completely primed. At least the spots where the filler is will be primed, and then it's time to sand again. Sanding removes imperfections, smooths the surface, and prepares it for color. I'm curious, since the more time you spend, the better the result. So I still want Max to do a final check before the primer goes on, although the primer can also be sanded quite a bit. So yeah, man, I'm excited because the gem is only going to get more beautiful soon, and even more beautiful and more beautiful. As you can see, our car still needs quite a lot of work. It still needs to be primed, sanded, and then painted in color. So in the next episode, we're going to paint the car. I say we, but Max will do it. So first the car will be primed, then it will be sanded and painted in color. And that's the process we're going to do in the next episode. If you're curious about how the car will be painted, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.